All right, it's time for our weekly visit with the Miller twins, Damon and Damien, and it's presented by Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving it to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. Guys, what's going on? How are y'all today?
What's up? I'm good. How you doing?
Doing great. Damien, we'll start with you. Homecoming, that's a big deal, man. The Children's Harbor game, homecoming. We talked about how big a game this is for you guys. You got the win last week. How did it feel to get a good homecoming win like that?
It felt amazing seeing those kids' faces after the game, seeing all the smiles on their parents' faces, and of course, just getting a W at homecoming. It was just a good game plan. It was a good environment. It was great.
Damon, we're going to have you back out on the field soon. We'll talk about that next week. But watching from the sidelines, look, it was a game you guys kind of won going away against Middle Tennessee, but how nerve-wracking, what were the emotions like with all that on the line early on?
I wouldn't say it wasn't that many emotions because we knew what we had to do. We lost on our homecoming last year, so we feel like we kind of let the kids down. And this year we wanted to come out, start fast and get a win for them.
Damon, I'll stick with you. Was there a post-game celebratory meal for homecoming? Did we have a celebration meal?
I've been trying to be a little more responsible with my money, so I just ate what they fed us out of the game.
David, is the same true for you? Are you trying to be a little more responsible with your money?
Well, yeah, I ate what they fed us, but I ate a good meal Sunday morning at First Watch. That was my first time going. It was pretty good.
What'd you get at First Watch?
I got the work omelet.
I mean, you guys, what is the pregame meal? Because I was talking, we were talking with an Auburn player on our show yesterday, John Samuel Schinker. And Damon, I'll start with you. I brought up to him, Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens quarterback, once said that before games, he eats a plate of shrimp Alfredo, which just seems like a really heavy meal. I know you like to carb up, Damon, but that seems like a heavy meal before a game.
Yeah, I usually, depending on what they feed us, we eat the same thing every week, right? They switch it up. Well, they still have the breakfast though. Yeah, we still have. Yeah, so really before the game, I just want to make sure I get me a good breakfast in though.
Yeah. Damien, can you imagine playing a game with shrimp Alfredo in your stomach? That just seems really, really heavy to me.
I see why Lamar be having to go to the locker room.
I know, right? Exactly. Hey, it's David and Damien Miller, the Miller twins, presented each week by Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to the Birmingham and UAB community since 1955. All right, Damien, Charlotte coming up. They're the number 3 passing offense in the conference. So when you see that as a defensive back, what do you see in the Charlotte 49ers?
They got a good, well-rounded offense, good players. Their quarterback, number 3, Reynolds. He's a very good player. When he's on the field, he was out a couple games. But when he's on the field, they're a very different team. They got some good receivers. They got a couple players from around here. Eugene Mentor. And I think they got a guy from Miles, number 14. He's their best receiver this year. So they got a lot of good players. We're not looking at their record. We just focusing on the opponent and just, trying to lock in on them this week and get ready.
Damon, watching your team play, Trey Shropshire is leading the conference in yards per reception. You go against this guy sometime in practice. I mean, how tough is this guy to defend?
Man, we know he's going deep, and he still get over top of us somehow. And we always talk about it. What we need to how we need to get receivers in the game plan more, and that's what we did the last game because we really took the top off of Middle Tennessee. So I'm really proud of the offense for doing that and getting the receivers involved because we know they're a pretty good receiving core.
Damien, could Trey Shropshire get past you? Would you be able to keep it in front of you if you had to guard him every game?
I ain't gonna say I could and play, but because he didn't got off on me for all cover like 1 or twice, but yeah, I can hold him off a little bit now.
I mean, think about that though. You see him all the time. You know what he's doing, and he still got past you. Imagine if you didn't play him every day.
Yeah, I tell him all the time we need to switch. He need to come to safety, be the 11 at safety, and I need to be the 11 at receiver. They might have me just blocking though. So
that's right. You'd have to play in the run game. All right,
Yeah.
it is at Protective Stadium, Charlotte, coming to town to take on UAB. Our chat with the Miller Twins each week, presented by Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on them if you're in the Birmingham and UAB community. They've been proving that since 1955. Guys, good luck against Charlotte. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.